The man drove a live yellow ox to the edge of the dry well, then pulled away the rotten well cover. The ox lost its footing and tumbled straight into the pit. Hearing its pitiful bellow, Will immediately stepped forward and fired another shot. Then, with his son, he sealed the well opening completely with dirt. They did this for one purpose only, to conceal the body of his murdered wife beneath the dry well. That night, however, the sound of a cow's bellow erupted from the barn. Will grabbed his shotgun and rushed to investigate, only to find the barn crawling with rats, all emerging from a single pipe that led directly to the dry well. Will's face darkened instantly. He peered into the pipe and was hit by a wave of putrid stench, making him vomit on the spot. In a panic, he first stuffed a rag into the pipe to block it. To eliminate the threat completely, the next day he mixed a bucket of cement himself, returned, and sealed the pipe shut, trapping the odor inside. He thought he'd covered his tracks perfectly, unaware that the real trouble had only just begun. A month prior, his wife Madison had inherited 4,000 hectares of prime farmland from her family. Combined with Will's own 3,200 hectares, as stated in the original text, their family had suddenly become prominent local landowners. But at this very moment, Madison insisted on selling the land and moving to the city to open a clothing store. She refused to spend her life trapped in the countryside as a farmer, leading to daily arguments between the couple. Madison had even prepared for the worst: sell the land, split the money, divorce, and go their separate ways. Even more ruthlessly, she declared their son must go with her to the city. She informed Will that buyers would arrive in a few days to purchase the land outright. Her stance was unyielding. This matter was simply beyond Will's objection. These words ignited Will's fury. The land and his son were the two most important things in his life, yet this woman intended to take them both away at once. Hatred swelled within him. Staring at the axe in the farmhouse, a dark thought took root. If she were dead, he could keep everything. But how to pull off the perfect crime? Especially while hiding it from his son, he was utterly stumped. Until one day, he stumbled upon something unexpected. His son was getting close to Emily, the girl next door. In that moment, an almost perfect plan flashed through Will's mind. Later, while working alongside his son, Will feigned sadness as he told Emily, "In a few days, you might never see him again. Madison is selling the land and taking him to live in the city." Emily panicked immediately, having just grasped her most precious feelings. Now they were being torn apart. No one could bear that. Will seized the moment to drop a heavily suggestive line. He could actually keep everything as it was, but the cost: someone would get hurt, maybe even die. For a 15-year-old girl, this was terrifying. She hesitated, unable to respond. That evening at dinner, Emily mustered her courage to beg her mother, could they please not leave? Couldn't the family stay here and live happily together? But Madison slapped her across the face, stunning her, and coldly declared she'd already consulted a lawyer who would ensure her husband wouldn't get a single inch of the land. She added, "I can do whatever I want, however I want." In that moment, a glint of murderous intent flashed in Emily's eyes for the first time. Later, Will and his son began secretly plotting their next move. To avoid arousing Madison's suspicion, Will first feigned submission, declaring both he and his son supported Madison's decision. Madison was overjoyed upon hearing this, immediately sitting on Will's lap and excitedly fantasizing about their new life in the big city. That evening, they uncorked their treasured red wine to celebrate. Madison soon drank herself into a drunken stupor, babbling incoherently, completely oblivious to Emily's face growing colder by the minute beside her. And so, the Operation Kill the Wife officially commenced at that very moment. Taking advantage of Madison's drunken stupor, Will quietly carried her to the bed in the attic. He then summoned the two men who had been waiting outside, one clutching a sharp fruit knife, the other holding an airtight sack. Step by step, the two men approached the woman lying on the bed.